Hey, In Pursuit Youth Group. This is Randy, just bringing you your devotion for the week from Luke 10. Luke 10. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. It's on love. It's on love, and you may be saying, "Well, how's it that tough? It's on love." Based on who Jesus tells us to love, um, I think that this one can be a hard one for me to swallow at times, and so if it's easy for you, that's awesome. But it comes out of Luke 10, verse 27. Actually, I'll start in verse 25. It says, "And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and put him to the test," him being Jesus, "saying, Teacher, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And he said to him, What is written in the law? How does it read to you? And he answered and said, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, You have answered correctly. Do this, and you will live. But wishing to justify himself, he said to Jesus, And who is my neighbor? And then verses 30 to 37, Jesus goes into the familiar Good Samaritan parable, where a guy was beaten up and left dead on the road, and a priest, back in those days it was a priest, today it would be like a pastor. Pastor goes by and he passes on the other side of the road. He's like, I'm not touching that. No way. I'm not helping out with that. Then a Levite goes by, another man of God, and the man of God passes by on the other side. He's like, no way am I going near that person. I'm not helping him. Then comes a Samaritan. And what's interesting is the person on the road left dead is a Jew. Jews and Samaritans hate each other. They're enemies of each other. They do not like each other. So there is no way that the Samaritan is going to come help this Jew. But wait a minute. Jesus says in the story, the Samaritan came by and he helped him. In fact, he helped him with his wounds. Then he took him to an inn and paid for him to stay at a hotel where he was going to be cared for and fed. And he paid for it all. And then Jesus says, so which one was the neighbor to the guy who was beat up? And of course the lawyer said that the one who showed mercy toward him. And then Jesus said, go and do the same. Love. So who is this that Jesus is telling us to love? Love your neighbor. My neighbor, based on what Jesus says about the Good Samaritan, must be anyone who is within my influence to love. Anyone, regardless if I would be naturally inclined to like or love them, even if it's an enemy, I have the responsibility to show love to them. Love being putting another's highest good above my own, loving them. Love is an action word. My neighbor is those that God has put within my influence, the people that I come across throughout the day, that if I see a need and I can help that need, I can love that person by meeting a need, God expects me to do it. So that begs the question, who is God asking you to love today? Who is God going to be asking you tomorrow when you go back to high school tomorrow and you're around the students in the hallways, you're around your teachers in the classroom? Who does God want you to love? Here's one way that you could love somebody tomorrow. I'm just saying one person. When's the last time you invited somebody to church? That friend that tells you that they don't believe in God? That friend that always argues with you about whether there is a God or not? This Wednesday we are starting God Quest, and I want to challenge you. Love somebody tomorrow by inviting them to church this Wednesday night. This might be the thing that changes their life. I love you guys. I hope that's an encouragement to you. Again, out of Luke 10, verses 25 to 37. I'll talk to you later.